So since you work in tech, why are so many people getting laid off? And it only seems to really be in tech.
It's a good
We're
question.
getting off of sports now.
Yeah, good
I like that transition.
Yeah, it's a good segue.
Because honestly, we talk a lot about tech for whatever reason.
Because I'm definitely a tech nerd, and you're low key a tech nerd.
Oh, I'm a tech. I just got a Sonos speaker over there with my HomePod in my bedroom. I'm gonna get another HomePod over there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have full audio, like full home audio.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's the big tech companies that getting laid off.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because I haven't done any research, so I could be totally wrong. This is just off the top of the dome.
Literally me.
Yeah, just off the top of the dome. So if I sound stupid,
just like how I'll talk about a series and I'll review it, even though I've
never seen it. You just talk about stuff you never seen, never.
I love doing that. I love just saying it from my gut, just how I think it is.
But I think tech grew a lot over the past years. So a lot of these big companies hired people to work on, products or software, all that. And we're getting to a point where the growth is maybe slowing down a little bit. It also could be the introduction of AI, making it a lot easier to work on stuff. Just technology in general has grown to a point to where we don't need a lot of programmers or just people. I don't know who's getting laid off exactly, because I did see a lot of programmers getting laid off, but it could be also other departments too. But yeah, I'm not sure. What do you think? I don't know.
Well, regarding like the layoffs, did they like report what exactly departments were being laid off? Because I would think a lot of these tech companies started investing heavy in metaverse. So, or is it a lot of people getting laid off? People that were working within the metaverse, whatever departments of these companies, because everyone got caught up in the hype. We didn't, but the tech companies did.
Yeah,
thinking like, oh, the metaverse is going to be the next thing. So they just probably started building towards that, and then when it flopped,
yeah. I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I imagine within the AI departments, they're probably hiring.
Yeah.
Especially a company like Google or Microsoft.
Yeah, so it's probably a specific thing that they invested in and didn't see in projections, didn't see any type of return on investment, so they just laid off people. But there are a lot of tech companies that's not FANG, like Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, that are hiring. So there's a lot of other tech companies. It's just the big ones are laying off.
I know with Facebook or Meta. But I know with them, I hate that they changed their name. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
But I know with them specifically, they invested so heavily into the metaverse and Zuckerberg keeps trying to push it, but they've lost. I can't remember what they reported, but it was like I think billions of dollars they lost.
I can see that.
So they're definitely going to have to, try some different things out.
Yeah. Yeah, they might have been too.
They even lost like the Quest. Their whatever VRs, the company that I think Quest, the company that they bought, the head dude from there that was being allowed to run it, however he wanted to, allegedly, he left recently.
Wow.
So we'll see what happens with VR going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. If it fails, it might have been one of the greatest fails in tech for real, because they were pushing that and people were thinking that will be the future. What if it's something totally different?
Well, everyone now is just like, oh, it'll probably be like AR instead of VR.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that really going to be that either? I don't know.
See, for me, I think, just look at the future in tech. I think it's something that we're going to need to utilize as consumers. Like artificial intelligence, VR, it's definitely entertainment for now. We don't have a thing.
Well, AI is just going to replace us.
But AI got so popular, like ChatGPT. It got so big.
Dude, it's so weird how big like that specific one got. And people are saying it's not even like the best one.
Yeah, there's a lot of AI.
I can't remember the one that I've heard, but apparently like its neural network is way superior.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same functionality. Like supposedly with the current version of ChatGPT, they're just using some like little tricks to make it sound like it's better at communicating, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the
compared to some of the other ones. So I guess it's more user friendly.
They say the purpose of ChatGPT was to communicate as you're talking, like you're talking to a real person.
Yeah.
So that's probably what the biggest thing is.
I can't remember what that one's called, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of other AI tools, marketing AI tools. There's a lot going on. But yeah, I think that got so big because we can like use that. We saw a purpose for that. And so people were like, whoa, this is crazy. I can write a paper. He can tell it to write a paper. I can tell it to write this or do this. With VR, AR, like there's nothing we need to do with that. It's just entertainment. So that's probably why it felt like.
Well, they were trying to push like, oh, you could work from home and go into a VR meeting with everyone. Which is like, it's cool thought-wise, but most people don't even want to be in a real-life meeting, let alone putting on a headset that's uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's much easier just to do the webcam, and we don't need to be in a virtual world.
Well, here's the thing: is they were trying to build something that the people that are already kind of into that VR niche use VR chat.
Yeah,
because it just has, I think it's just much more customizable, and you can build out your own shit.
Yeah,
and also it has the thing of, I think VR chat. I think it's more. Is it open source?
I don't know what VR chat is. I don't know.
I don't know how to describe it, but it's like a whole VR world itself. I think there's like multiple worlds that you can go into, and of course there's different servers for shit. Let me look it up real quick. But the thing with like Meta's version, it's like, oh, do we just want to keep feeding the massive international public corporation that's one of the biggest in the world?
See, I don't think that's the issue. I've seen people do it, and I've used it, and it's fun. It's definitely entertaining. It's just I don't need to do this. It's no purpose of it. I can see it being big in like the gaming world, but it's not at the point to where it will replace the like how gaming is now.
Okay, so VR Chat is owned by another company. Well, it's owned by VR Chat Inc. But says it's VR Chat is an open virtual world platform. The platform allows users to interact with others with user created 3D avatars and worlds. So like I think people can like build their own servers and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that would definitely be the greatest fail in tech.
Oh, definitely.
Because he was definitely pushing that.
He's still pushing it. What are you talking
He's
about?
trying. He's about to lose billions.
Well, they already lost billions. He's going to keep pushing it. Well, that's the weird thing. I think I mentioned it before. I don't know if it's on one of the episodes that's not going to be published, but it's weird that it's like two of the major companies when it comes to social media are owned by basically two monarchs, with Zuckerberg owning everything that Meta owns, Facebook, Instagram. What's the chat one? That's my brain too. What is it called? WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp. Yeah.
Basically that. And then the other major one, Twitter, is owned by Musk.
Yeah.
So it's like you have two basic, and also with Facebook, Meta. Sorry, I'm just going to use them interchangeably. You can adjust that in your brain. Zuckerberg apparently has like majority rights, like voting stock. He's also the CEO. So basically, if he makes the decision, it goes.
Yeah.
No matter what. And then, of course, Musk owns, I think, probably all of Twitter, or at least a majority of it.
Yeah.
So he has the same thing. If he wants something to go, it goes. Even though he's like, hey, should I step down as CEO and replace someone else? And everyone goes, yes. And he's like, oh, I'm going to redo that.
He said that? He's going to redo it?
Well, he did one vote. That's what happened. And then he did a redo vote on it.
Oh, for real?
And everyone voted yes again. And he still hasn't stepped down. That was months ago.
Well, he's probably finding someone.
Maybe.
I don't think he wants to run it.
He run every company he owns.
Yeah.
He's the CEO of every single one.
Yeah. I think
he just has his control freak.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he wants to run Twitter like that.
I just think it's one of those traits of people that are that intelligent.
Yeah.
They just have,
it's like a competitive thing. Like
it's not even just competitive. Like when you're very, very intelligent, you overestimate how good you are at things. So you've probably, if you work in certain fields, you'll notice. So like I work in the legal field as a paralegal. A lot of times whenever our attorneys are dealing with experts in other fields, whether it be like a CPA or someone who's a doctor, they always think that they can do the other one's job.
I wouldn't say
because they're
over-intelligence.
smart.
I wouldn't say over intelligence. I would say that more arrogance. More.
Well, what I'm saying is like they're in a field that requires more specialization, and that specialization also typically goes along with some level of being above average intelligence.
I get what you're saying, but to me, when someone's intelligent, they know when they're not intelligent. They know when they can't do a
Well,
task.
that's also having emotion. I think having emotional intelligence.
I think that's more arrogance. You think you can do whatever you want to do. Like you think you can just do it. It's more like arrogance. Elon Musk definitely gives me arrogant.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, so I can see him just thinking he can do this or knows this, but at the same time, I don't know if he wants to run Twitter.
Well, I don't think I'm saying what I'm trying to say
I get what
accurately.
You're saying. No, I get what you're saying.
But the thing is, like, those type of people that work in those certain types of fields where they're very analytical, very numbers based, and not very like they don't pick up on people's emotions. They don't really understand the feelings of everything around them. It's just, or the energies. It's just all like numbers. Those type of people, for some reason, don't seem to pick up on when they may not be as strong in certain areas, but they think because they're so intelligent, because of course they kind of think they are, then they think that they are better at things than they actually are.
Yeah.
Especially all those people are on different types of speed, meth, specifically like ADHD medication. The thing is, when you take that type of medication, people think over a long term that it helps you if you don't have ADHD. So like all those people will be taking it and think like, oh, I'm so much more productive. But here's the thing. They've done studies on people that don't have ADHD taking it, and their performance is not really any different. The big difference is one of the side effects is illusions of grandeur. So you think you're more productive, but you're not.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I took Adderall. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I felt like I was absorbing everything that I was doing. I felt like because I was studying for a test, and I felt like I was just like,
you're like, oh, I got through this whole shit.
Yeah. Like
and it's like, yeah.
And the next morning, I'm like, I didn't retain any of that.
Well, it's like if you didn't take it and you did the same thing, you probably wouldn't have stuck with it either.
Oh, for sure. That's why I took it.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like when they've done studies with people who don't have it versus people that do have ADD, is the people without it, they think they'd perform better, but maybe one time they took it, it helped them, but every other time that they've taken over like a month period of time, their output is exactly the same.
Yeah.
But they think they're more productive, so they keep taking it.
Yeah.
That's one of the addictive side effects of it.
I was definitely more productive for sure. I just didn't retain anything that I was doing.
Well, what I'm saying is, taking it once, it might make you more productive.
Yeah.
But over a long period of time, it really doesn't help you.
Mm.
It's just your output ends up being basically the same.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, for sure.
So if you work on Wall Street, stop taking goddamn Adderall. Because I can't get mine.
I don't know. I would definitely take Adderall.
It's such a pain in the ass to get right now.
Really?
It's a shortage.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like I'm out right now.
Dang. That sucks.
And I have a prescription, but I can't find a pharmacy that has any in stock right now.
Dang.
Last time I got a prescription, I literally called about 17 different pharmacies until I found one that had it.
Dang.
And of course, it was at a pharmacy that my insurance doesn't cover.
Yeah.
So,
That's tough.
found a coupon.
So
for 14 pills, I paid $45.
So now you got to take meth. I know a guy.
All right.
Oh. I don't like how you just agreed that easily.
As long as I got a test for fentanyl, we're good. Speaking of AI, did you see the whole AI art lawsuit?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh, I'm
I feel
surprised.
like we talked about this before.
I don't think we had, because this is new.
Oh, okay.
It's also been like a month since we recorded, because you conveniently got a cold on the day you wanted to watch Cheese.
No, I definitely did. I definitely got a cold. My parents were sick that whole week, and then I was like, I hope I don't get sick.
Oh no, I think I saw you on the story. I think that you shared from your sister, or I saw you just jumping around.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
But I was definitely
so
sick.
Much of a cold. Huh?
No, I was definitely sick, and I didn't want to get you sick for sure.
Nah.
I was coughing, nose was running. I just wasn't. I didn't
Knees
have
weak,
COVID.
arms are heavy.
I didn't have COVID. I didn't have COVID, so I was still able to walk around and do stuff.
Oh, because COVID's the only one that puts you down.
Yeah.
The flu doesn't.
Oh, the flu too. Yeah, I didn't have the flu. Thank God. I didn't have
Everyone forgot the flu existed.
COVID took its place.
Yeah, basically.